You know what? I meant to, like my intentions were really, and I think it was such like I tried that so many times and, you know, gone back, and I think I'd gotten drunk the nights that I didn't make it more. I think I even went home and I was like, it was like, you know, it's 2.5 hours back to LA. And I think I bought like an 18-pack on the way back. Like I was so excited, you know? And then I think I just got back and I was like so exhausted and relieved that I think I even just like had a couple beers and went to sleep. That's kind of boring. I think people want to hear that I really went off. You know what? I am. I'm happy when I land something. I think it happens even more when I'm not, you know, like maybe I'm not being filmed. I think when I'm being filmed, I try and like contain it a little bit. Like I don't want to do this every time I roll away. Probably that one. You know, there was the one I did at this Mount Sac. It was the high kind of. It was a high hubba. That day I had a sample pair of my shoes and the heel like clamshell tacoed, you know, like so basically one of my friends had another pair of shoes, like a sample pair of Andrew's shoes. So I had on mine, and I think I took only the one shoe off that did the taco, and I put on one of his. So I had like a green and white shoe and like a red and white shoe or something, and I remember in the footage it was like, why does he have two shoes? It was kind of weird, you know? But I was like, you know, when you're in the zone, you're just like, fuck it, give me the other shoe. Throw it on, you know, whatever. You ride like somebody else's board when you're in the middle of something. Tim Gavin. Yep. It was like he had like 3 or 4 tricks in Hocus Pocus, and they all were big spins. Yeah, Tim was a dick, you know, like they all kind of, I mean, you know, they were kids. We were like, I was like 13 or something. They were probably 14, and they were like a big deal, you know, they were, you know, I don't remember them having the best attitude. It's a little kid thing to be like that, you know, and I think I was like that too. I got some boards from H Street back in the day. I had a little attitude. It happens. But yeah, it's funny. I don't want to sound like fucking negative Nilly here, but it's like, it seems very jockish to me in a lot of ways, you know, but then in a lot of ways it's not too, you know, so it's like, it's almost like, in a way I can pick out the negative of anything, you know, and that's probably pretty typical of a lot of skaters, you know, and I've always done that, you know, and now it's like, I see like, you know, certain things that remind me of what I got away from to start skating. But at the same time, there's so much on the opposite side of that that's good. The like spirit of individuality has kind of been like lost a little bit. Not lost, it's just covered up, you know, and I think that, you know, like skating goes in cycles like anything. And I think there's gonna come a time soon where we rebel against what's going on. And it'll be the next cycle of what we do. I think as skateboarding in general, we're relinquishing a lot of control over what is ours. Nope. He draws, he's real into cars and drawing cars, and he wants to be an architect. And he's into CrossFit and Muay Thai. So he's getting buff. He's 10 and he's got little pecs. Nah, I just got her a pink Baker board the other day though. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, within a year at least. Yeah, there was that, you know, like, I mean, you know, and that carried on for a while too, you know, people show up with a bottle of whiskey or something, or, you know, always want you to smoke weed or something like that. You see somebody doing tricks in a video, you want to see it in real life. You see that, like, these guys are partying and living, you know, like it's looking like a lot of fun. I want to have that kind of fun with them, so I'm going to bring the bottle of whiskey, whatever it might be, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had my hair for 18 years. It was long. I don't know. It was time for a change, you know. They were tripping. They were a little confused, and then I think they were a little frustrated for a second because they only knew that. It's like, fuck, it was like been that way for like 18 years. Like, I'm sick of it. I made the decision. I was like, you know what? I'm cutting my hair. I just got it cut again the other day. I got it cut a little shorter. So I got it cut 3 weeks ago. Then I went in, I was like, you know what? It's getting a little shaggy. I need to trim it up. I think the bandanas, I had like a bandana phase for like maybe almost a year. What seems like a year. That could have been like 3 months. So there was a summer phase where I wore bandanas all the time. That's stupid.
Glad to see you. I had a funny dream and you were wearing